I'm Tim Westhaven, one of the co-creators of the Vanguard roleplay game. With new and young gamers, it's easy for them to feel intimidated coming to the hobby. So one of the things that we tried to do with Vanguard was to make it very easy for them, to get them into the game quickly. And that has to do with the Vanguard character creation process. Alright, so let's go about creating a character. The character I'm going to create today is Captain Ashley Ballou of the 3rd Assault Battalion, Confederation Marine Corps. So, she's a Badgerian. So we get the Badgerian species card. And she's going to be a soldier. So we get the soldier vocation card. Now there's no minimum requirements either for species or vocation. So it doesn't actually matter what your attributes are. You can choose your species and your vocation even before you roll. So there are 7 attributes. So we get 7 6-sided dice and roll them. So I've got 2 6s, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2 and a 1. That's pretty good. So now all we have to do is put those to Ashley's attributes. Because she's going to be a soldier, the attribute that matters most to soldiers is enemy. So we want to make sure that she's a very good soldier. So we put one of her 6s on enemy. Now the other 2 attributes that can be important to a soldier are action, which can determine how many tasks Ashley gets to perform in a round, or tough, which means how much damage she can soak. So we're going to put the other 6 on Ashley's action. And we'll put the 5 on her tough. So we still have a 4, a 3, a 2 and a 1. Now I want Ashley to be smart. So I'm going to put a 3 in smarts. She also needs to be able to inspire her troops and to have their trust. So I'm going to put 4 in friend. I want her to be reasonably alert and aware of her surroundings. So I'll put a 2 in senses, which leaves 1 for luck. As a Badgerian, Ashley gets +1 to the natural weapon talent. And she also gets +1 to her soak. Now, a character's soak is based off their tough attribute. Ashley's tough attribute is 5. Because she's a Badgerian, that goes up to 6. Because Ashley is a soldier, she also gets the Warrior Calm talent. so we'll put that off to the side. So every species and every vocation have their own modifiers, benefits, and they even have a unique talent. So for soldier, it's the line of fire talent. For a badgerian, it's take it like a badger. In addition to that, every character is allowed 3 points of talents, plus whatever their luck rating is. So for Ashley, she has 1 in luck, so she has 4 additional talent points. These could be used to purchase new talents, or to increase certain talents that have multiple ratings. In Ashley's case, because she's a captain, I want her to be able to have leadership skills. So the first talent I'm going to give her is leader. She's only got 2 senses, and so I want to make sure she can stay alert to danger and to her team. So I'm also going to use 1 of her points on the alert talent. She's only got 1 luck, but as a veteran soldier, she must have been through many conflicts and survived, which means she's probably more lucky than most. But because her attribute in luck is only 1, what I'm going to do is give her the jammy talent. Now the jammy talent can act like luck in the game, so I'll give her a point in that as well. And finally, as a military officer, I'm going to give her the tactician talent. And that's the last of her 4 points. So the next thing is assets. Assets are things that the character has acquired during their life. So whether that's contacts with friends and acquaintances, whether it's financial investments, or maybe even a house or an apartment. The amount of asset points that a character gets is dependent on how good they are at their job. So for Ashley, she's a soldier. The main attribute for soldier is enemy. So we look at Ashley's enemy rating, and it's 6. So that means she has 6 points in assets to spend. As a soldier, Ashley gets a lot of equipment already at the start of the game. But I want her to be able to have better equipment than the average soldier. So I'm going to give her 3 points of assets in equipment. That'll be enough for her to upgrade some of her gear. I also want her to have some contacts. These are non-player characters that she can call upon during the game. So friends, acquaintances, even relatives. And so with her last 3 points in assets, I'm going to give her 3 contacts. When a player chooses their vocation, each vocation has what we call a loadout, which is a list of gear that every character of that vocation receives. During the game, if they lose some of that gear, then it can be replaced without cost. So when you're arranging the character, getting ready to play, you can look at the loadout and get any of the gear cards that the player will need. Each gear card has a tick box beside the item. This is because most of the cards have more than one item on them. Each item will show any benefit, and there are icons detailing what the cards are about. So let's finalize Ashley. The last things we need to do is check over her talents and see if they influence any of her attributes, her movement, her initiative, maybe her melee attack or damage, power, or maybe even her resources. When you're working out movement of the character, movement is based on the character's action attribute. So for Ashley, that's 6. So her movement is 6. A character's initiative is also based off their action stat. So in Ashley's case, her initiative is also 6. Power is based off a character's senses. So for Ashley, that's 2. So once you've got all the talents, characters' assets, you've finalized their attributes, really the only thing left to do is to make sure you've got any gear cards that the player wishes to have at hand, and fill in any details of their Odin or nanobreeder. And those are listed underneath their vocational loadout. So in Ashley's case, she's got 6 polysites, she's got a military passkey rating 2, so that is actually described as an asset. So we'll put 2 marks in that, and just to remember, we'll put military. She also has access to the EP analyzer and medical diagnostics, so we'll circle those 2. And she has 2 nanobreeders, infrared and low light. So the entire process can be summed up in 6 steps. You roll the attributes for your character, choose the species, choose your vocation, select any talents that you can for your character, assets, and then finalizing, filling in any details with regard to gear, or if any of the talents affect the attributes such as movement and initiative. And that's it. With the use of the reference cards, a character can be created in a matter of minutes. But this technique can also be used for a GM on the fly who needs instant NPCs. You can quickly roll the 7 attributes, and then either randomly or directly assign talents, assets, and gear, just using the reference cards. It's quick, simple, and easy. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy Vanguard Balmisk Fallen.